Everybody has a different kind of challenge that they go through. It's definitely been, I mean, you know this, I think we were chatting early on when I delivered Batara, and there were so many things that you said to me which I really resonate with. And before that, congratulations, oh my god, mom, she's pregnant. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So, I think for me, I'm a workaholic. I'm somebody who likes to take control of my day and my life, and I'm very, very regimented. So then in comes a baby, and there's just like a schedule that goes for a toss. So I think you have to embrace all the changes, but I have to say that it's more challenging because mentally and physically the turmoil is just happening all together. You know, you have the hormones and you also have this relationship that is changing with your family and with your friends. And you're also having this weird up and down roller coaster feeling kind of day. So I think in many ways you don't recognize yourself, but at the same time I think it's an important step to just embrace the fact that this is a phase and this too shall pass. And then another problem will arise, like teething, you know. So there's always something that's up ahead of you, but you really have to embrace it.
Absolutely beautifully put. Yes, we were talking about help and nannies. We were discussing nannies.
Conference on nannies.
It's like you said, we're lucky enough to have the financial ability to have a nanny. Not everybody does. Some people may have a helpful mother-in-law, some may have a helpful mom, some get a... I for one live in a nuclear family. My parents live in Dubai, my husband's parents live in America. So we're all alone here. We rely deeply on our staff. We make our staff our family. Without them, I don't know, we can call it here. yeah, I know. But I make sure that they know that they're the most important people in my life. On that note, Meenaji, like they say, it takes a village to raise a child. What was your village like?
There was no village. There was a little hut. I had one staff, a lady, old lady, who used to do everything. So when I see her, I say, oh, ये क्या ज़माना है, काश हमें भी ऐसा ज़माना. So I was also working, and I was short of money because I needed money. I didn't have much money, so I wished I didn't have to work initially so much, but I had to work. Like I went to Mysore with her to do a shoot when she was. When did you get the vaccine? So 2 months.
Yeah, but early, like first 3 months.
1.5, yeah. So I had to take her, she had fever there. So the same lady went with me. So the woman who was playing my mother in the series used to actually be like her mother, and she used to help me out. People are very helpful. India, people are very helpful. Especially when there is a baby concern, they are very, very kind. So, हो गया. But करना तो पड़ता है ना. So we find our own ways of dealing with difficulties, and especially women, I think they are something else. कुछ भी कर सकते हैं.
Incredible. I don't know. I mean, hats off, because, like you said today, I don't know how, if I would be able to do that. And I guess when you're in that situation and you don't have a choice, every woman finds that strength from within, and you are absolute living proof of it. But in comparison, Masaba, what does your village or your support system look like in 2025?
We won this family discussion once, and someone said, I have a backup nanny, and then the backup has a backup, and the backup has a backup.
I was just thinking about her. She travels so much out of Bombay and whatever. Please carry on.
Yeah, so she said, I have a ton of backups because you never know what's going to happen. I think everyone here will vouch for that. But honestly, I made a choice that, and it took me some time because we're not like my husband and I, of course, we again like a nuclear family, it's just us, mom's down the road, we just try to leave. But I think we're also not used to having too many people around in terms of help. So it's kind of, stay away, it's kind of that. But I think with this, I said, why am I earning money? To make my life easier, not to make it harder. So I will afford all the help I can get. And I started work within, I think, 5-6 days of delivery because that's just who I am. And I knew that the only way to go back and feel sane was to just go back to my work and juggle both. And I also wanted to breastfeed for as long as possible, so I did that. And I think what happens is that in Bombay, your friends become your family, and like you said, your staff becomes your family. So today I have enough people should anybody have a problem of any kind. And I invest in my health. That is my investment so that I can go and work and my husband can work and that we can still give a good life to my daughter. But having said that, I think there are certain things that you just absolutely want to do yourself. Like for me, it's a non-negotiable, at least 2 meals in a day, I will be there with her eating, So I also plan my work pattern, my work day like that. And also, Simone, I'm very lucky to be my own boss. A lot of you absolutely have that opportunity. I think you have maternity leave, which is now much easier in the country. But at the same time, everybody wants to also, not just leave. You also want to spend time with your friends and family when your baby is growing up. So yeah, I invest in my health because that's my support system.
It's my greatest investment. It really is.
Great
like, no one is allowed to raise their voice or raise an eyebrow at my staff. Like if my mom suddenly she's like, "Ye kya kar rahe ho?" I'm like I said,
no, you can't piss them off.
Yes, no way. They're
They can do whatever they want, they can do whatever they want, just don't leave without notice, that's all.
So I want to tell you an incident. No, it's not about you, Masana. So I have a secretary, PE from secretary, and I called her one day. I said, Rihanna, मेरे को ना इसका नंबर चाहिए बहुत अर्जेंट. तू मेल से दे के मेरे को नंबर दे. Okay, ma'am, just give me 10 minutes. I'll give you. मेरा लड़का हुआ अभी. मतलब she delivered. उसके शायद 1 घंटे या 2 घंटे के बाद she gave me the number. ये भी होता है. उसको थोड़ा ना हेल्प या शेल्प है, कुछ नहीं है. हाँ, वो कपड़े धोती है, घर के बर्तन साफ करती है, घर का खाना बनाती है, मेरे लिए काम करती है और बच्चे को संभालती है.
Never said any leave, I can't work today, always on.
Wow. This lady deserves a round of applause. Amazing. What you said is so true. Like I always say this, that we're so lucky to be our own boss because there are the majority of the working women out there are working for corporate jobs and doing all of that, where they don't have the benefit of coming home in the middle, seeing their kid, going for school pickups, and then coming back and getting back to work. Hats off to them. We are truly blessed. We truly are. Well, since we have 3 mothers on stage right now, let's talk about something that only mothers can feel, which only mothers can understand. The beautiful feeling that is breastfeeding your child, which makes an unbreakable bond between mother and child. Guys, this happens to be Breastfeeding Week 2025, where the entire world comes together to celebrate the precious gift of breastfeeding. So going back to Meena ji, if I have to ask you about your breastfeeding journey and your experience with Masaba, what were your earliest and fondest memories?
Fond memory तो कोई नहीं है. सबसे early memory ये है, like I said, when she was very small and to go for the shoot. शूट के बीच में मैं बोलती थी कि आई हैव टू गो टू द वॉशरूम because the makeup room was a little far away. Sometimes I used to leave her with my staff in the flat we were staying outside Bombay. I had to go to the bathroom and with my hands take out all the milk because the breast she was paying so much and throw it. So when I used to see her with that breast form, I say, oh gosh, उस ज़माने में होता. That was a major issue. Still I fed her for 9 months. I did. But when I was working and I can't come and feed her in between, then it was not just that I would not give her other milk, but the problem was your breasts become like stone. What do you do then? So that was a breastfeeding. And another problem I had, my dad started staying with me at that time in my house. So उस टाइम आप अपने माँ बाप को नहीं बोल सकते थे कि घर में रूम में नॉक कर दो, है ना? वो तो आ जाएगा सीधा. So my friend said, why can't you tell your father to knock and come? I said, I can't do that. So problem was, he would come anytime if I'm feeding. तो मैं ऐसा दीवार की तरफ मुंह करके बेड पे बैठ के ऐसे करके पिलाती थी. तो I had a back problem because of that. So I'm saying I don't have very beautiful memories of breastfeeding, but I believe in breastfeeding. I would have done it for even more months, maybe a year and a half, but I couldn't. But it's a great feeling to breastfeed. It has its own problems. But what to do? We have to do, we have to do.
I mean, you know, honestly, suddenly my breastfeeding problems sound really trivial. Is all I can say, like really trivial.
It's nothing. When I see a breast pump thing, yeah, I said, अरे भगवान ने ये वरदान कहाँ से दे दिया?
I mean, I remember, you know, when I delivered my second baby, I had to travel a month later for work, but I didn't want my flow to stop, and I was breastfeeding on the plane. You know, I wasn't bending or shy, or I was blanket was on me, and I was breastfeeding, and I was doing my thing. But thinking of your time, like I can only imagine it was, and imagine it's bizarre that feeding your child was publicly was, and in some places still is a taboo. Like,
Breastfeeding. When I was a teenager, it was, we used to feel so shy and embarrassed to go to the chemist and ask for a pad. वो काली से प्लास्टिक के लिफाफे में डाल के देते थे कि दिखे ना किसी को कि पैड लेके जा रहे हैं. एंड अब ये लोग सब अपना फोटो खिंचाते हैं प्रेगनेंसी में. हम तो लूज कपड़े पहनते थे कि दिखे ना. Times have changed. इसीलिए अभी तो she also when we went to Goa in between she breastfed her in the plane. But हम तो चुप चुप के कोने में जाके. So times have changed. Women have changed.
yes, yes, absolutely. A round of applause to that generation of women because guys, let's keep it real. We have it way easier than them. Way, way, way easier. Masala, now again coming back. So we've heard from your mom. What's your breastfeeding journey been like?
Honestly, it was up and down. In the initial few weeks when you're trying to figure out the latch and you're trying to figure out what's the next position, etc. Also be comfortable like while you're at it. And I mean, it takes a longer time initially, and then of course the time slows down as they get older. But I remember feeling at this one point, I think in the first 40 days, I just had like a really, really bad couple of days where I just wouldn't stop crying. And the thing is, you don't know why. Someone will say, why are you crying? And I didn't know why. And while I was crying, I remember my nurse telling me, she was like, please don't cry. There will be cortisol and baby milk. I was like, no, I can't deal with this conversation right now. But it was just, it's strange because you're having an out-of-body experience. You're waking up at odd hours, you are just slapped out of your sleep. It's non-stop. I mean, I don't know how people do it to pump and feel. If you're happy, the baby will be happy. I think you owe it to your baby to do things for them.
Truly, that being said, I for one was not pretty much the same journey. I was not able to breastfeed as much as I was able to pump because of my work schedule, right? And I also would wake up in the middle of the night, sometimes with engorged breast. You don't have a choice of sleeping through it because you're going to get engorged. So you wake up, you pump, and you go to sleep because I had to be there for my work, my baby, my family, and most importantly, myself. Because, like you said, if you're not happy, your child's not going to be happy, the milk is not going to, everything is energy. So it's kind of passing through. So it's so important,
And also, food-wise, I think nutritionally, everyone says do this, do that. I think eat the food that makes you happy when you're feeding, because like I said, when you're happy, it'll just be better supplied and
just that. I know. They're like, oh, isse gas banega. I'm like, just stop. Just let me eat my food.
gas, guys.
I want to say a very important thing here. That आजकल बहुत ये चल रहा है ना, बेटी पढ़ाओ, हाँ, पढ़ रही हैं लड़कियां और नौकरी कर रही हैं। जब आप बोलते हैं कि जॉब करो, अपना कमाओ, पढ़ो लिखो, तो कुछ सहूलियत देनी भी पड़ती है। You have to support those women who are now working. So I think this whole breast pump thing is a very, very, very huge support to the women who are working. Even not working, sometimes they have such a large family, they don't have time. So it is, a special word there for invent some revolution. It's a revolution. When I used to see it, so that's, I think, very important.
Absolutely. So like you said, I'm a mom of two. I have another one coming, completely unexpected, but coming. There have been times that breastfeeding has felt isolating. I have a meeting to go to, or I have something to do, or it could be a friend's birthday, or it could be something, and you're trying to live this new life, but you don't want to let go of the old life, and you're just hustling between the two and trying to figure it out. And there are moments of isolation. The pump has honestly been my best friend in those moments. But I felt homebound many, many times. And there are enough and more people who make you feel guilty. Be it WhatsApp, be it social media, where everybody's like, you'll see a mother who's talking about how she's madly in love with the process of breastfeeding, which is amazing. Was I madly in love with the process of breastfeeding? No. Did I want to breastfeed my child, knowing that it is great for them? Absolutely. So I was doing my best. But then don't compare yourself to another woman. Each and every one of us has our own journey, our own struggles. We've got different lives. Do what makes you happy. You know best what's going to make your child happy. And as long as you go ahead with that, that's it. Everyone's going to be happy. Masaba, do you remember any moments where you felt isolated or completely stuck?
The 3 a.m. feed, oh my god. That is a weird hour. And I also feel like there was this particular phase where at the 6 p.m. feed, I just felt like a downer. I heard it's something to do with sunset and being postpartum, something. There's something, it's called witching hour, I don't know what it is, but I felt it specifically every time. And once I recognized it and got aware of it, I made sure that I surrounded myself with somebody or the other at that time. And at that feed, I told my husband, sit opposite from me and do not move while I'm feeding. Because, that was my thing. I tried to watch some TV. But yeah, I do remember feeling that there was this one point, my back just went into a bad spasm. So I was getting physio and trying to just recover from that. And at the same time also making sure that I don't stop feeding her. So at that time as well, I think pumping came of use because I think a little bit posture correction can happen when you're pumping. But that was particularly isolating because the thing is your problems aren't yours anymore. Your problems aren't important anymore because I think one back pain and you're just like, but I have feed this child. And it's so small, but at the same time, you're in such physical pain. So that was a particularly strange time, but it's a good thing that I have a very vivid memory of those days somehow. So that helps.
No, it's amazing. It just vanishes, right?
blocks.
It totally does.
Yeah.
It's magical. Nina ji, like you said, you never stopped working. We heard about that one instance of yours where you had to go to the bathroom and do all of that. But tell us more, because I'm really intrigued. Like 9 months, you fed her. Why working? How did you do it? Like really, how did you do it?
All mothers do it. All mothers do it. जब करना होता है, like you said, ना, जब करना होता तो सब women can do it. So करना है तो there is no like if I want to do yoga in the morning. इससे पहले I'll give you an instance ना कि one day I saw this very famous girl, I'm forgetting her name, who was very much into fitness. तो वो ना अंधेरी स्टेशन के रोड पे she was jogging, मधुसा पे. तो जब आपको कुछ करना होता है तो कोई बहाना नहीं होता. मैं once I had a very big major headache and I had to feed her. So मेरे ऐसे आंसू बह रहे थे, but I was smiling and feeding her. So सब करते हैं. जो जिसका like you said, whatever circumstances you are in, whatever your family situation, financial situation, a mother will do. So I also did it. I did not enjoy many other things which I should have enjoyed, but I enjoyed her. So when you have a baby, it is such a great feeling that you are willing to sacrifice छोटा-छोटा जैसे हमारी माँ बोलती थी जब तू पैदा हुई थी तो 3 साल तक हमने पिक्चर देखने नहीं गए. तब that was a big thing ना, तब there was no TV and satellite and all that. So imagine my mother, what she must have done. She was also working. She was a teacher. So उस जमाने में तो उनको हमसे भी कम चीजें मिलती थी. But once you decide you have to do something, you can do. मसाबा या उस लड़की जैसा मेरे पास कुछ नहीं है तो भी मैं करूँगा, है ना? So you have to make an extra effort to love your child. You will make an extra effort.
I think I have to add one thing. You know, more about enjoying the baby, like mom said. I was talking to my gynecologist about this, and he was saying that a lot of the new mothers today are so busy in the routine of the child and just trying to make sure that happens on the clock that they forget to enjoy the baby. And I resonated with that because I was also in a way doing the same. And I was like, oh, now this has to happen, now this has to start, and now she has to do this sensory play, and her brain has to be developing every 5 minutes. It's just constant. But I forgot to just look at her and absorb that this is my baby, And I also have to say this, that I think that there is just too much information on the internet. In their time, I think both the strength and the weakness of that time was that there was less information. So today, I think information has led to the creation of something as amazing as this breast pump. But that's good. That's a good takeaway. But I think the other stuff is just noise, because someone's saying do it this way, someone's saying this color is right of your milk, and it's too much. I mean, just call your doctor.
मैंने भी गूगल किया था ब्रेस्ट पंप के बारे में कि इससे कुछ नुकसान तो नहीं होता. Like, and also I have to give another story with that. So हमारे यहाँ 40 days you should not go out after the birth because you can get infection and the baby can get infected. So those are the most difficult. Your life is only feeding and potty cycle. This is your life. So you think your life is over. So I was depressed, So my friend's kids' birthday was there near my house. So she says, come for 1 hour. Just come now, you will feel better. You go out 40 days are over, you come. The guilt is so much. Even she has so much guilt. My God, Mom, do you think I'm not giving enough time to her? I said, oh my God. So she gave me a very good advice. She says, listen, every mother will do their best for the child. But don't forget, you have a life. You are not dead. You have a life. You have to live a long life. So just don't feel guilty. ऊपर का दूध दो, चल आओ, एक भी दे दो, कुछ नहीं होगा. So the guilt है ना, this is a way, and people also promote this guilt.
Massively.
अरे तो माँ की क्या है? अरे माँ हूँ पर मैं मीना भी तो हूँ ना. Excuse me. So it's very important that you must remember you have a life of your own, and you will never neglect your child. No mother does.
Brilliant, beautifully said. You know, I think there are so many mom content creators sitting here, and I'm pretty sure most of us have spoken about mom guilt, on social media. I know I have. And when I used to talk about mom guilt, there were some people who actually used to tell me, like, that I should.
I literally talk to 3 people and that's it. But I feel like, actually it's more to do with, am I doing enough for when she's starting to grow? It's like Smriti is right here. In fact, I DM'd her that day and I saw this thing in her daughter's room. And I said, oh, is that from here? Is that from IKEA? Is that from there? Should I do it? Because I was thinking of where to store her toys. So that also caused guilt. I wrote to Smriti. But I just feel that, in many ways, the biggest trigger is the minute I have to walk out of the door. Mostly for a workout. Because when it's work, I feel like I associate that with, oh, but I'm building this for her. Or I'm working for her. But when it comes to the workout, I'm like, oh, this is something I'm doing for myself and is it the right thing? Or if I'm like, getting a massage, or if I'm stepping out for coffee with a friend, it's mostly like, could this time have been spent with my baby instead? Even though she'll be sleeping for like 2 hours and won't give a damn about who's there. But it's just there, it's a constant thing, and my life's mission now, Simone, is to overcome that. Because I think it's such an unnecessary emotion. I think in many ways it also protects the baby and that mother and child bond in the early days, because I think if you don't have that, that bond will take its time. Because I think that when you become a new mom, it's a shock to your system. You're not prepared for it. You can talk to as many people as you like, but nothing preps you like having a child in your arms, especially when you leave the hospital. So I think that I really want to overcome it, but it's mostly when I'm doing something for myself that I feel like it's okay, Or should I, if I have a full day of work today, like I had an event today, so I said, should I just not do my yoga in the morning and spend time with her instead because I have a flight to Delhi tomorrow? So, all these things. So yeah, I think but I did an online class, so I balance it in those ways.
Well, you're a mom to a 10-month-old. Now my kids are old enough, so I'm going to take the liberty to give you some unsolicited advice.
Simone is my nanny whisperer. Whenever I have a nanny problem, I say Simone.
The first time that you do everything after a baby is the hardest. The first time I went out for my friend's birthday, the first time I went out partying, I'm like, I'm not partying, and I'm seeing the baby camera, I'm like, oh my god, Karan, she's woken up, we have to go. He said, calm down, she's fine, she's going to go back to sleep in 2 minutes. By the time you reach home, she'll be sleeping. So I feel like the firsts are tough, and then it gets easier. Now, today I'm like, I'm happy to go out, I need to go out. If I don't go out, I will go crazy. So, it's a great thing to be able to have to always remember that you are a mother, but you are your own girl first. And if you don't, and to me, that's the most important thing, because if I take care of myself, I will always be able to give my 100% to my baby. And if I don't, then I'm just going to be a cranky, always irritated.
Highly stressed, and that passes on.
Absolutely. Surprisingly, when the Avan team and I were discussing about how we want to voice all of this to come across, I came across something very interesting. I thought it was just me, but research actually says that 2 out of 3 moms don't even get an hour to themselves in a day. Isn't that unbelievable? I mean, to me, it really is unbelievable. Yet it's true. And at the same time, something as natural and beautiful as breastfeeding has become so isolating. So, Meena ji, while you were going through the struggle, like you said, you were able to breastfeed her, you did it because, you found strength. But were you able to find time for yourself at all? Like, were you able to get that time out away from you in those 9 months?
I tried my best. Those 9 months, I did not have any backup. Like my father came much later. Then I used to go to my aunt's much later. Because my friends helped me a lot. They helped me a lot because they had kids before me. About giving, about going out. Okay, they have been told that breastfeeding is very good for their immunity. तो जितना देर तक आप पिला सकते हैं पिलाओ. लेकिन मेरी भी तो immunity ठीक होनी चाहिए. I, as you said, felt very, very guilty. But I said no, for my mental health, I need to have a little bit of my own life. Vaccine कराने नहीं गए, beauty.
Oh my God, my uncle lived.
Yeah.
When did I expect this last? Like I just put my brows and upper lip and a t-shirt. This oversized t-shirt and shirt, something that can easily open.
Yeah, and you are right. And so हम ऐसे हिंदी में बोले लज्जड़ बन जाते हैं ना. कोई बाल बनाए, उठ गए, फीड कराए, सो गए. अरे you have to look good, yeah, for yourself. Go to the parlor, get your hair done, get your upper lip done, get your waxing done. कभी-कभी करा लो, एक वॉश भी करा लो, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? ब्लोरा करा लो अपने लिए. ये ढूंढना कि बाहर जाना तभी ब्लोरा करा. So I'm saying those little things matter a lot. Little things. Okay, I go to even my friend's house for lunch. But if you are smart, and women are smart, you will find a balance that okay, this is her time to this is her time for this. So in between, I'll go and do nothing. That's how I manage.
It's amazing. Okay, Wasaba, you spoke about how Philips Avent products give you the freedom to wear multiple hats, while always ensuring you give the best to your baby. How important do you feel is the aspect of freedom for new mothers in their breastfeeding journey?
I think it's different for everybody what freedom really stands for new moms, but I think for me it was just the idea that the point of it being hands-free and so on. I think the idea of being plugged to something is just alien to me just now. But I think the fact that you can do it while you're working, you can possibly be hanging out with friends, family, people who come.
It's fantastic.
It's fantastic. It's a game changer because I think that for me, I'm a multitasker by nature. I enjoy doing multiple things at once. So for me, it's perfect because it makes complete sense to put it on, keep pumping, and then go about my day. I could do my meetings. I remember at one point we had to close a new store and I had to close the flooring center for it. So I told my girls to come home and I was pumping. And I was also selecting the fabrics and the flooring, the wood and the colors, etc. So I was able to do that. So I think anything that helps a new mom feel a little bit more in control of her day is freedom, right? In whatever avatar that might be. So for me, it was an absolute game changer. I mean, I travel, I would do day trips, I go in the morning, come back in the night. And I would just keep this in my bag at all times. I even had a cool little pouch for it. I just feel good about the whole experience. So, it's great.
I'm so happy that this conversation is happening right now, both with somebody like Meenaji as well as you. Because, I feel like somewhere in Mumbai, we still live in a little bit of a bubble. But the rest of India, I hope everyone gets to hear this coming from, legends like you, honestly. Because women feel that they have to, isolate, live, like, put some...
Definitely sending him to the next part. They are just so bad.
Half of that stuff doesn't even have scientific backing, and we're just like doing this, isolating mothers. Like you said, you were out in 5 days of, While I respect and understand the science behind the 40 days, I don't think I can sit in my room for 40 days, man.
I think to each their own,
Yeah.
Simone, because for some people it works.
If you want to lie down and relax and rest, drive with your husband and get an ice cream in the middle of the night? Do it. Like I keep saying, you do you. Don't listen to what other people have to say. You just do what makes you happy. That's the most important thing in your postpartum and breastfeeding journey. Okay, lastly, Masaba, as we close out on World Breastfeeding Week, what, in your view, is the biggest freedom for a new mother? And Neenaji, we would love to hear from you as well. What do you think is the biggest freedom that a new mother can experience?
I'm not saying because I'm here for the pump, but I am so impressed by this breastfeeding pump. I think that's the biggest thing. Breast pump. Sorry, not breast pump. I am so impressed with the breast pump. मुझे तो लगता है ये जैसे I'm sorry I'm very funny. मैं सोच रही थी कि आप लोग बात कर रहे थे, मैं सोच रही थी पता नहीं कितने का आता होगा, महंगा होगा तो पता नहीं सब लोग। मैं तो इतनी इम्प्रेस हूँ कि मुझे लगता है ये फ्री में बांटना चाहिए। मैं इतनी
Let's serious clients. Neenaji has just made a very bold statement that I love.
No, I am genuinely from my heart, I feel. मैं ऐसे पहले कुछ कहने लगी थी वो गलत लग रहा था, जैसे वो कुछ फिल्में होती है ना जो which they give some message, good message, उसको टैक्स फ्री कर देते हैं। सर थिंकिंग कि इसको भी टैक्स फ्री कर देना चाहिए। I'm telling you, मैं इसलिए कह रही हूँ because I was shocked.
I think that's such a great point. Honestly, what you just said is such a great, it's a valid point. I think it's a valid point.
Better gift than any toy, any sensory play. Just gift this to women.
For sure.
If they choose to breastfeed, I think you should just give this. Because वो जो चांदी के देते हैं ना गिलास और हाँ, I would like to say किसी के भी नया बच्चा हुआ है तो उसको यही दे दो प्रेजेंट, वो मत दो चांदी का गिलास और वो छन वाला
I love it. Congratulations to the Philips Amet team. This has been absolutely amazing and wonderful. Congratulations on getting such a power group together on stage. A bigger round of applause, I say, guys. A little bigger round of applause. Neenaji, we heard so much. I mean, I heard so much about you. I've heard so much about you, even from our friends like Masama and Pooja. We are not just from me, but actually interacting with you. You are just so awesome. No wonder everyone loves you so much. You're honestly awesome. So are your stories. Okay, a standing ovation, guys. Thank you so much, Masama. Thank you so much, Neenaji.
अरे ओ भाई थोड़ा ये देखिए फोन दे।
ओ भाई फोन नीचे करो ना प्लीज आप लोग।
Just stay tuned. There's more.